We all think we'd survive the AI revolution just because we know how to use ChatGPT. Spoiler alert, you wouldn't. Hollywood has filled your brain with images of robots with laser guns. That is a fantasy. The real threat isn't a Terminator. It's a piece of software that costs $20 a month and does your job faster than you. Today we are listing 30 jobs that AI will erase instantly. Count how many times you feel the icy grip of obsolescence. Are you a future leader or just a slow-moving target? Let's find out.
Here is the problem. We treat a college degree like a crystal clear stream. It looks pure and safe, but 50 yards upstream, an algorithm is poisoning the water. Do not drink from it. Just because a career looks stable doesn't mean it isn't being hollowed out by automation right now. In a survival situation, clinging to a job that an AI can do better isn't just stubbornness. It is a death sentence for your income. The market respects only one thing: efficiency. And you, my organic friend, are terribly inefficient. You need sleep. AI doesn't. Job number 1, telemarketers. Let's start with the career that is the economic equivalent of burning cash in a furnace. Using a human for cold calls is a metabolic disaster. A human voice cracks, gets tired, and carries the weight of 1,000 rejections. Companies are currently paying for coffee breaks, bathroom trips, and emotional burnout just to get a 1% success rate. Enter generative voice AI. It doesn't need a salary or a mental health day. It makes 10 million calls simultaneously with zero latency. It stutters to sound human and laughs at your jokes with terrifying precision. Relying on humans today is like using a carrier pigeon to send a high-frequency trading signal. The call center floor is going silent, replaced by a server rack humming with the sound of pure profit. Job number 2, truck drivers. This is the dial-up internet of logistics. It looks essential because we see trucks everywhere, but the process is painfully slow compared to the fiber optic speed of AI logistics. A human driver is a biological bottleneck in the supply chain. You have a speed limit. You have a biological sleep requirement. You have a bladder. A truck with a human inside sits idle for 10 hours a day to comply with safety laws. That is lost revenue. That is a dead asset on the balance sheet. Autonomous trucking is already live in states like Texas. These rigs drive 24 hours a day. They calculate fuel efficiency to the penny, adjusting speed for wind resistance and terrain instantly. They don't stop for diners. They don't get distracted by text messages or billboards. They don't have families to go home to. The driver isn't just losing a job. He is being replaced by a software update. If you are planning a future in trucking, you are investing in DVD rentals in the age of Netflix. The open road is no longer a symbol of American freedom. It is a data stream, and you are just traffic slowing down the packets. Job number 3, bookkeepers. You see a spreadsheet and you think, I am doing math. I am essential. No, you aren't. You are a biological calculator and a dangerously slow one at that. Trusting a human to handle data entry and reconciliation in the age of AI is a massive security risk. Humans make typos. We transpose numbers. We get bored. We mix up the 6 and the 9 because our eyes glaze over after lunch. AI ingests the data and reconciles the ledger in milliseconds. It spots anomalies and fraud patterns that a human would miss in a lifetime of staring at Excel. If your job is typing data from a receipt into a box, you are not an accountant. You are a very expensive keyboard accessory. The modern office is purging these roles because paying a human salary for data entry is like hiring a chauffeur to drive a remote-controlled toy car. It's a massive waste of resources for a task that requires zero creativity and pure logic. The ledger is now a database, and databases don't need human supervisors. Job number 4, translators. This is the classic, I learned a hard skill so I am safe, trap. You speak French? Cute. My phone speaks 50 languages and understands 200 dialects, including slang. Following the logic that humans translate better because they have souls is a great way to navigate yourself deeper into the unemployment line. Unless you are translating high-level diplomatic treaties or archaic poetry, the machine does it faster, cheaper, and often more accurately. Corporate translation, manuals, emails, legal contracts, technical docs is dead. Relying on your degree in linguistics to pay the mortgage is a gamble against a zero marginal cost competitor. The machine charges by the token, which is a fraction of a cent. You charge by the hour. You cannot win this math. The Tower of Babel has fallen, and it wasn't destroyed by God. It was rebuilt by a neural network that offers real-time dubbing for free. If you are a translator, you are essentially selling ice in the middle of a nuclear winter. Job number 5. Fast food cooks. In the corporate world of high-volume food, taste is not the enemy. Variance is. A human cook is inconsistent. A human cook burns the fries. A human cook shows up late because their car broke down. A human cook spits in the food when they are having a bad day. Meet Flippy, the robot arm. It creates the exact same burger, down to the millimeter, every single time. It measures temperature, fat content, and cooking time with laboratory precision. In a high-volume business, consistency is profit. If a machine can work 24 hours a day without a break, without a hairnet, and without complaining about the heat, why would a corporation hire a teenager? The kitchen is becoming a factory assembly line. If you are flipping burgers, you are a malfunctioning servo motor waiting to be swapped out for a metal one. You are not a chef. You are a source of error in a thermodynamic equation of calories and cost. The nostalgia of the burger flipper job is being erased by the efficiency of the robotic arm. Job number 6. Customer support agents. Please hold. Your call is important. This phrase is a lie. Companies hate putting you on hold because it costs them money per minute. Using a human for Tier 1 support is like using a brain surgeon to put on a Band-Aid. It is a gross misuse of talent and capital. A human agent forgets protocols, gets emotional, needs to look up answers, and takes breaks. The new AI agents have read every technical manual in existence. They solve the problem instantly. They don't get angry. They don't need HR meetings to discuss their feelings. Companies save billions by firing the call center. The human voice is becoming a luxury product for VIP clients only. For everyone else, you get the bot. And frankly, the bot is better because it doesn't judge you for forgetting your password for the 5th time. The era of the call center cubicle farm is ending. Job number 7. Paralegals. You get a lawsuit and you think you need a human to read the documents. In reality, legal discovery is just Control+F on steroids. Humans are terrible at reading thousands of boring pages. We miss things. We get tired. Our attention drifts to our phones. AI scans 1 million pages in seconds. It finds the loophole or the contradiction you missed because you were thinking about lunch. Paying a human to read standard contracts is like printing emails on paper just to read them. It's inefficient, expensive, and ecologically wasteful. Law firms are shedding junior staff because the algorithm is the best researcher in the building. You are competing with a supercomputer that has memorized the entire Library of Congress and never asks for a raise. The prestigious path of entry-level law is becoming a dead end. Job number 8. Proofreaders and copy editors. The idea that you need a human to catch typos is a superstition from the 20th century. AI tools correct your grammar, tone, syntax, and sentence structure before you even hit send. They don't get word blindness after reading 50 pages. They don't need reading glasses. They know the Chicago Manual of Style better than you do. If your job is fixing commas, you are legally dead. It is the career equivalent of being a human spell checker. While high-end literature might need a human editor to preserve a specific artistic voice, corporate America is happy with the blue underline. Don't be the guy arguing with the software. The software is right, and it works for free. Your command of the English language is no longer a marketable skill. It is a default setting in every word processor on the planet. Job number 9. Travel agents. Novices often try to use a human agent because they think it adds personal touch or value. This is a fatal mistake. A human agent has biases, limited memory, and works for commissions. AI knows your budget, your allergies, your preference for aisle seats, and every flight price in the world instantly. It acts as a concierge in your pocket. Relying on a human agent today is like going to the library to check the weather. It's slow and unnecessary. The data is already in your phone. The middleman economy is collapsing, and the travel agent is the first casualty. Unless you are booking a complicated private jet itinerary for a billionaire, the algorithm can plan your Disney trip better than Brenda from the strip mall. The curation of experience is now a data problem, and data belongs to the machines. Job number 10. Factory assembly workers. This war is over. Robots used to be blind. They could only do one repetitive motion. Now, thanks to computer vision, they can see, adapt, and learn. The vision of a factory full of men in hard hats is nostalgia. The modern factory is a dark room. It doesn't need lights because robots don't need to see. It doesn't need air conditioning because robots don't sweat. It just needs power. If you screw bolts for a living, you are an overhead cost that is about to be cut. You are a biological placeholder for a robotic arm that costs less than your yearly health insurance premium. The blue-collar fortress has fallen, not to outsourcing, but to smart automation that works cheaper than any human ever could.
Stop. You think, I work in an office, I'm safe. Wrong. Competing with AI using a human brain is like using an abacus to mine Bitcoin. You will burn out. The server farm won't.
Job number 11. Stock traders. Surfers and traders love to say, I have a gut feeling about the market. Your gut feeling is just latency. It is indigestion. An AI high-frequency trading bot executes trades in nanoseconds. It analyzes news, weather, and political instability before the light from your monitor even hits your retina. Unless you are a financial genius, your trade is too slow. You are bringing a plastic knife to a gunfight. The masters of the universe are no longer men in bespoke suits shouting on a floor. They are algorithms in a black box in New Jersey, cooling themselves with liquid nitrogen. If you are a day trader sitting at home, you are not a participant in the market. You are just providing liquidity for the machines to eat. Job number 12. Radiologists. Doctors have a God complex. They think, I trained for 10 years, I am irreplaceable. Wrong. Spotting cancer on an X-ray is a data processing task. It is visual pattern recognition. AI does it with 99% accuracy. A human doctor gets tired. A human doctor has a bad day. A human doctor misses the shadow on the lung because he needs coffee. Trusting a human to find a tumor over an AI is like trusting a human to calculate pi. The machine is simply better at math. The diagnostic side of medicine is becoming software. While we need doctors for treatment and empathy, the high-paying job of looking at pictures is over. You are trying to inspect a microchip with a magnifying glass, while the AI uses an electron microscope. Job number 13. Pharmacists. You see a guy in a white coat counting pills. You think it's science. It's not. It's inventory management. It is manual labor. Automated dispensing systems don't steal the OxyContin. They don't make counting errors. They don't take lunch breaks. They don't misread the doctor's handwriting. Paying a human to count pills is a waste of a doctorate degree. The pharmacist is becoming a clinical consultant. The counting is becoming a vending machine. If your daily routine involves putting things in bottles, you are competing with a mechanical arm that never gets carpal tunnel syndrome. The pharmacy of the future is a kiosk, not a counter. Job number 14. Bank tellers. A TMS started it. Apps finished it. If you stand in a bank line, you are wasting time. Loan officers used to decide your fate based on a handshake and a gut check. Now, an algorithm scores your credit risk in seconds based on thousands of data points. The bank branch is a museum of money. Trying to do banking with a human is like waiting for a fax in the age of email. It works, but why would you do it? The human teller is a legacy interface for a digital system. It removes human bias, but it also removes human mercy. You are just a number, and the computer has already calculated your probability of default before you even walk in the door. Job number 15. Real estate agents. The middleman is dead. Zillow and Redfin know the value of your house better than you do. The person who just unlocks the door and points at the kitchen is charging a 6% commission. That business model is a scam. It is an inefficiency tax. Paying a human agent for basic access is a tax on ignorance. The data is free. The market is efficient. The agent is just friction. Unless you are selling luxury mansions where personality matters, the average suburban agent is being squeezed out by algorithms that connect buyers and sellers directly. You are a gatekeeper with no gate. The algorithm is the new broker, and it charges 0%. Job number 16. Entry-level graphic designers. Robots can't do art. Wrong. AI generates logos, banners, and layouts in seconds. It doesn't have creative blocks. It doesn't demand royalties. It doesn't argue about the font choice. It generates 1,000 variations while you are still sketching the first draft. If you are a pixel pusher who just arranges elements, you are using MS Paint in a Photoshop world. The barrier to entry for design has dropped to 0. Relying on basic design skills is career suicide. You are standing on the tracks yelling, "Stop!" at a bullet train. The train is generative AI, and your portfolio is the penny on the rails. Design is no longer a skill, it is a prompt. Job number 17. Sports journalists. The Yankees won 4-2. You don't need a human to write that. You need a script. Automated journalism has been writing these articles for years. The romantic notion of the reporter in a fedora is dead. Thinking a human is needed for basic news is like hiring a poet to write a weather report. It's unnecessary. The story is being written by the machine before the game even ends. Journalism is becoming a content farm, and the farmers are robots. If you aren't providing deep, investigative analysis, you are just a slow typewriter. The box score is data, and data writes itself. Job number 18. Insurance. Underwriters. Insurance is math. Humans are bad at math. We have biases, we have hunches. AI is pure statistics. It prices risk in real time based on your car's telemetry and your health data. It doesn't need to review your file. The decision is binary. The bureaucracy of insurance is being automated into oblivion. You are arguing with a calculator. The underwriter is now code. You are essentially cooking your own flesh by trying to argue your case to an algorithm that has already decided you are a liability. The human element of risk assessment is gone. It is now purely algorithmic. Job number 19. Tax preparers. The tax code is logic. Machines love logic. Unless you are laundering money or running a complex offshore scheme, an AI can do your taxes better than a guy in a strip mall. Paying a human to do simple taxes is like paying someone to Google things for you. It's a tax on the lazy. The machine won. TurboTax was just the beginning. The future is instant, automatic filing where the government and the bank talk directly, cutting you out of the loop entirely. The seasonal job of the tax preparer is melting away like snow in July. Job number 20. Librarians. This is tragic, but true. Google is the library. Information retrieval is a search bar. The library is becoming a community center, a homeless shelter, and an internet cafe, but the keeper of books role is obsolete. We are moving from physical archives to digital clouds. Don't be the keeper of a VHS collection in a streaming world. The silence of the library is being replaced by the hum of servers. Knowledge is no longer scarce, it is drowning us. And the only lifeguard is an algorithm. The curator of the future is a search engine optimization script. Don't click off. You think, my creativity will save me, I have a soul. This is the biggest ego trap of all. In a high-stress market, your soul doesn't pay the rent. Efficiency does. Under pressure, your IQ drops due to cortisol. The AI's IQ never drops. We do not rise to the level of our expectations. We fall to the level of our training. And right now, your training is for a world that no longer exists. Job number 21. Social media managers. You think you are creative? The AI knows when your audience is awake. It writes the tweets. It designs the memes. If you are posting manually, you are typing on a typewriter in the age of fiber optics. It is nostalgic, but it is not effective. The algorithm moves faster than you. It analyzes trends in milliseconds. Don't stand and watch. Pivot. The influencer might be human, but the manager is a bot that never sleeps, never takes a holiday, and never makes a PR mistake by posting the wrong link. You are trying to start a fire with flint and steel while the AI has a flamethrower. Content creation is easy. Distribution is the war, and the AI controls the battlefield. Job number 22. Cashiers. Amazon Go changed the game. You walk in, take the sandwich, and leave. No lines, no small talk. The cashier is standing in a toll booth on a free highway. The AI just built a bypass called computer vision. Standing at a register in 2026 is economic friction. Retail is shrinking to fit the transaction. If your job is scanning barcodes, you are a robot with a pulse, and you are too expensive. You are a speed bump on the road to frictionless commerce, and the market loves speed. The checkout line is a relic of a time when we had to count change. Job number 23. Junior coders. Learn to code is now a trap. AI writes code. It debugs code. It translates Python to C++ in seconds. If you are a junior dev, you are digging a ditch with a spoon. It is hard work, but it is stupid work. The pros use AI architects. The barrier to entry is gone. The code is writing itself. The junior developer who spends 4 hours debugging a syntax error is a liability. The AI fixes it in 4 milliseconds. Leave the syntax to the machine. Learn architecture or perish. Coding is no longer a language you speak. It is a command you give. Job number 24. Referees and umpires. Why trust a man with bad eyesight to see a 100 miles per hour ball? It's insanity. Cameras don't blink. The referee is a sensor. Arguing with a robo-ump is like yelling at a GPS. It doesn't care about your opinion. The game is cleaner without human error. The human element of bad calls is being removed from the sport, and you are just shouting at a cloud. Fans want fairness, advertisers want speed, and the robot delivers both. The umpire in the mask is becoming a ceremonial figurehead, like the King of England. Job number 25. Models. Why pay a human model travel expenses? Why pay for catering? AI models are perfect. They never age. They never eat. They never sue. The face on the billboard is a digital asset. It looks real, but it is just pixels. It's cheaper to render a human than to hire one. Beauty has been commoditized. Don't be fooled by the pretty face. It is a render farm output. The supermodel of the future charges by the compute cycle, not the day rate. You cannot compete with someone who doesn't exist. The fashion industry is moving from biology to geometry. Job number 26. Middle management. The people who supervise people. AI tracks productivity better. It measures KPIs. It assigns tasks. If your job is forwarding emails and scheduling meetings, you are human spam. The corporation is deleting spam. You are herding cats via Zoom while the house is burning. Stop thinking your meetings are work. They are friction. If you aren't doing the actual work, you are overhead, and overhead is the first thing to go in a recession. The layer of management that exists just to report on what others are doing is evaporating. Job number 27. Teachers. Lecturing is dead. AI tutors personalize education. They don't play favorites. They don't get tired. Why listen to a mediocre lecture when AI can visualize history? Clinging to the sage on the stage model is like selling encyclopedias door to door. The knowledge is free. The delivery method is broken. The diploma is becoming a receipt for a service that is now free. The golden hour for education reform is now. If you aren't a mentor, you are just a lecture recording with bad audio. The classroom of the future is decentralized and digital. Job number 28, screenwriters. Hollywood is scared. Soap operas are formulas. Hallmark movies are math. AI eats formulas. It generates scripts in seconds. For content slop, the human is too slow. It's like handwriting a newspaper. Creativity is being automated. The writer's room is becoming a prompt engineering lab. Trusting your job to a formulaic script is a bad investment. Studios want content. They don't care about your writer's block. The blockbuster of the future will be generated, not written. Job number 29. Soldiers. War is expensive. Robots are cheap. Future wars are drone swarms. The soldier is a liability. He needs food, armor, and letters from home. Trying to fight a drone swarm with a rifle is not bravery. It is bad math. You are creating a target-rich environment for a machine. You are bringing a biological unit to a silicon fight. It is adding biomass to an explosion. The future of warfare is code, not courage. The battlefield is for machines. Humans are just collateral damage. Job number 30. Construction. You think physical jobs are safe? You think you need a massive set of tools? Robots like Hadrian X lay bricks faster than you. 3D printers build houses in 24 hours. The brute force of human muscle is being replaced by the precision of automation. While plumbers and electricians are safe for now, the guy who just lifts heavy things is obsolete. Don't bring a hammer to a 3D printing fight. The muscle economy is ending. The precision economy is beginning. The job site of the future will have fewer hard hats and more tablets. Survival isn't about fighting the AI. The machine will always win. It's about fighting your own ignorance. The most dangerous thing in the office isn't the chatbot. It's the confident idiot who thinks he's irreplaceable. Learn to control the machine or get crushed by it. Comment, "I survived," below. Let's confuse everyone who didn't watch to the end.